Hey guys, so we are just doing our steering wheel upgrade. So this is my personal unit. So this is one part of the wireless module. So you can see here, these cables, if they were long enough, these two would actually go into each other. That's because they are a piggyback cable. So you put one of these is coming out of my car. So I pretend this is the car cable. You plug that into here, and then you plug this one into the cable that it was going to. I'll show you in a second. But this just lets the unit speak to it. This also plugs into somewhere else as well, but that's for the car side, so you will need to take your unit out again. This is the other Bluetooth module. So this black box here communicates to this black box here. This is in the steering wheel, this is into the unit, and this just plugs in. So yeah, all good. Those are the two cables. We'll take this one apart and we will put the wireless module in here, and then we will begin to take off the steering wheel. So just pull that out then. So you can see here, these two cables here, that's what we're going to be piggybacking off. We've also got this cable here. It's pretty hard to plug this into the wrong spot, guys. They only go one place. So we'll just quickly do that now. So 1 second. So I'll grab this. Like I said earlier, so just going to unplug these white cables here, and then I'm going to put the male from the wireless module into the female on the unit, and the male from the car into the female of the wireless module unit. You're just sticking it in between the two, which is good. And then this big one goes into that big one there, and that should all work fine. You don't have to worry about this one. This is just for a speaker, but you don't need that, so all good. Before you put this back in, like me, make sure that your radio is plugged in properly. 1 second, I'll just route it around all this bird's nest of cables so it can reach a bit easier. Just plug that one in, no worries. And as always with these, it's easier to go from the top first. So it's very hard to show on video, but if you guys have actually installed it first, you would have know what I'm talking about. You just tuck it all behind and put it back in. Just got to make sure that nothing gets in the way of your brackets. And it's always better, in my experience anyway, to do the top first. So just come around to this side, make sure there's no cables in the way. It looks good. Push that in there, and then push those in like so, and that's all good. So that's done now. I can put it all back together, do my 10 mils back up, and then get started on the steering wheel. Guys, no worries, just hit up my 4 10 mils, put the aircon vents back in, no worries, unit still turns on, all good. So now we're gonna start the steering wheel. So you will need a trim tool, you'll need a 19mm socket for the middle, so that turns on, awesome. You'll need a 19mm socket for the middle bolt, you'll need a screwdriver, I'll show you in a second, and you'll need a trim tool. I'm pretty sure that's all you need. Yep, so that's what you need for this one. We'll just start by doing the sides. Hey guys, so this bit of plastic here just sits on the cruise control like that. So you just get your trim tool. This is actually good because it's got a hole in it. So I actually tend to put this trim tool through the hole, and then I kind of like pop it out with that. But there's the same thing on the other side, which is usually a bit tougher because, like I said, it doesn't have the cruise control. But in there, you'll see just up there, 1 second, you will see a screw with that like star head, forgot the name of it. There's one of those on each side, so we will undo those, and then we should be able to take the horn pad off. Little trick by the way guys, is don't actually fully unscrew them because they're in this little plastic shroud. That one's not quite fully unscrewed yet, but basically you don't actually have to take them out. You can kind of just push them out of the way and leave them in, which is always nice. So I'll just show you in a second, but I'll undo this and I'll show you the plastic bit. So as you can see here, if I just get this little bit up there, I can actually just pull it off. See how I can just pull it? It's too low, but I can actually just pull the, be able to show you the better view up close. Yes, I can actually just pull the screw out and off, and I can just move it around on this little, but there's the screw hole that it was actually attached to. So you can just move it around, see? So you don't actually take the screw out because there's no point. So yeah, should make your life a little bit easier. Hey guys, so once you got those screws off, you can literally just pop this straight off. So here's your airbag. So be a bit careful. Obviously you should have this off, but you get a flathead screwdriver, I'll show you in a second, and you just wedge it under this little plastic piece here, and you just kind of pop it off. You'll be able to just, that kind of the thing now. But you can do that with a screwdriver, and then we'll move on to the cruise control and all the rest of it. So I got a little flathead screwdriver here. So all you got to do is just gently wedge it under here, and there's a little plastic bit like that should pop up. And once it's popped up, you should just be able to pull it out. The only other connection here is this horn pad connector, so just pull that out as well, and then you should be able to take your horn pad off. Cool. So now the next order of business is this 19mm nut here. So before you do anything, I think mine is actually slightly, because I've done this 100 times, I forgot to center it. Mine is slightly off center like this. So I'm going to move mine 1 tooth to the left and do a little test and see if on the highway if it's actually straight. But when you take this nut off, and I'll show you in a second, get a marker and mark where it's center, assuming this is the first time you've changed your steering wheel, and also assuming that if it's not the first time, you did it correctly when you did actually do it, unlike me when I was lazy. But yeah, just get a 19mm socket and we'll take this nut off. Not completely, just wind it out. I'll show you in a sec. So just took this bolt off with I believe it was a 13 out of 16, because I couldn't find a 19mm. But essentially, here's what we want to do. So this is part of the car, this is part of the steering wheel. So what you want to do is, you want to get in there and essentially make a marking at the very top so that you know. I'm going to go test to see if mine, that actually is center. Either what I currently have is center or one to the left is, but you'll know then, based on your new steering wheel, where you should put it. So just put a marking there. I'm going to put the camera down so I can make sure it's very accurate, but put a marking so you know where center is, and then you should be all good. Obviously, before you do this, make sure that your wheels are centered and your steering wheel's straight. So definitely make sure you do that before you draw the line. Okay, so now what I recommend you do is screw this on slightly, and then to take it off, because it won't be easy to take off, what you do is you just give it a bit of a hit. So you just got to hit it a little bit from behind. I'll show you. So generally speaking, that, and now it's off. So I can undo this nut and I can take this off. Before you do that, obviously we're going to get rid of this cruise control. So there's 2 Phillips heads here. Oh, where are we? Here and here, and then this just comes straight out. Obviously you also got to undo this plug, and then it should be good to put the new one on. I just took my old one off. As you can see, clock spring doesn't actually change this, so that's all good. You can see the marking there is directly on the top that we made, which was good. So that was steering me straight, so that's no worries. But time to put on the new steering wheel. So make sure you've got your Bluetooth module handy for the actual steering wheel itself, and also the steering wheel, which I'll just show you in a second. Hey guys, so next step, get your old horn pad. So this is my old Toyota one, and this is the new Vhedia one. And to take this off the existing steering wheel, it's quite easy to do. So all you got to do is turn it over, and you'll see these 3 holes. So if you look in there, you should see that little rod, that little metal rod. So what you got to do is, you have to push it towards the center of the steering wheel, which will release it essentially. You do that for all 3, and then the horn pad will come off. But once you got that off, the only thing you have to transfer from the old one is the actual airbag itself. So these are all 8mm hexagonal screws, or bolts. So you just undo these, and I'll show you me transferring it over to the new one. Hey guys, so it can definitely be tricky to get this on. As you can see here, usually when this is new, this white fabric will be up to the rim here. So you got to push it on. When I do, this has already been used on my car. This is the second time I'm installing it. So just screw them on all gently and then tighten them up later. But if you struggle to get it on, you just got to get a flathead screwdriver under the side and just kind of push it through the hole. But eventually, with enough playing around with it, it will go in for sure. But I'm going to put all these on and then tighten it up with my socket and then ratchet, and then it'll be all good. We got this up the top here with the one blue connector up there and this cable here, so just get rid of those for now. This is the factory cruise control cable that goes in that port down there. So I've just got the cruise control plug already plugged in, so you just put this, make sure you plug the cruise control in to the plug before you put it in. It's a bit of a pain to try and get it in there. Screw it in there so that your cruise control is nice and steady. You can test if your cruise control works. Well, I haven't got this plugged in at the moment, but I plug this black one in to there, and I press the cruise control button. You see that little green light says cruise, so we know that works. Cool. So yeah, plug that black one in. Now, this is the wireless steering wheel control module with the little black box. So there's a couple of leads coming off here. So you got the white plug. So this white plug goes on this white plug and coming off the steering wheel. So I'll try to do that with one hand. So you just plug big white to other white. Should go on, all the way around probably. There we go. It's tricky with one hand, so that should go on. Now once you've done that, so this one here actually goes on the horn pad, and blue cable coming out of the black original factory cable just under here. So that one will plug into this thing that says horn connector. So you plug this male into that female. So those two are hooked up, and you plug this one into the horn pad. But you should test your steering wheel controls before you do anything else. So before you do anything, make sure your cruise control is plugged in. Just test it. Green light. You can see that on the dash. Make sure that the horn connector coming off the black box, right, the horn connector, that one's plugged into the blue cable that's coming out of the car here, the original one here. So those two are connected. Big white to other white. This plug here, this little 3-pin one here, you don't need to worry about coming off the steering wheel. So yeah. And then this one, the only other cable that, apart from that white one I just showed you, is this one here, which plugs into the horn. So what you do is to test, you go to settings, go to car infotainment, go to steering wheel controls, clear all. So click on volume up, and then on your steering wheel press volume up, and it'll go a solid blue. And then as you can see, it should work, and then volume down. There we go. So no worries. I've just got to connect this to, put this back on the airbag, connect this to the existing horn connection, and push it all in, and it should be good. Good practice. Just get this little black box. You'll see for you it'll be sticky, for me it's not, but you can just kind of tuck it away down the bottom left corner here just to get rid of some of the cables. But yeah, all good, no worries. I'll put some double-sided tape on this for myself, but yours should be sticky. And then make sure that you also quickly put some electrical tape or something around these two connectors for the horn, just to make sure they don't accidentally go off. Not the airbag or anything, just it might start making a noise. So that's all good, no worries. I'll electrical tape that up and we'll move on. So once you've got your steering wheel pad back on, just to put the horn pad connector on, airbag connector, and just make sure you push it. There's obviously, as you know, there's a mounting point here, here, and here. Once you've done all that, should be good to go. So come over here to your unit, go into settings, go into car infotainment, and then go down to steering wheel controls. So I've already set a lot of mine, but for example, if I want to bind mode, it'll start flashing. And then on my steering wheel, I press mode. I took too long. Mode, and now it's blue. So whenever I press mode, it'll change whichever application that I'm on. So there you go. That's how you do steering wheel controls. Do the same thing for up and down volume, you know, next song, previous song, being a right-hand drive car, right-hand drive person, etc. I also do volume up, down, skip left, skip right, pause and play, back. But yeah, just make sure that everything's straight. Go for a test, go for a drive on the highway, make sure that everything's nice and straight, and then you should be good to go.